Hey guys, redoing a video because I I screwed it up. Um, Sorry about the weird lighting. I'm just house sitting for someone at the moment. Um, it's really hot here today. Um, I just want to do a little touch base video. Please forgive me. I'm redoing a video I just did because I cut it short, and so I'm just rehashing. So it might seem a bit crappy because I did say a lot. I pressed the wrong button, but yeah, because I noticed viewership and stuff will drop off too. So I want to connect with you guys, just see where I'm at. So I mentioned some of the older videos that God's stepping things up for me, and I could see that. And let me tell you guys, absolutely the case. So I'll tell you how he's stepping it up. So my gifting, my gift, which is discernment of spirits, and I guess my calling, you'd call it an encourager. And so he's really stepped it up where I've been able to actually practically in detail, like stuff that a lot of Christians don't hear from anyone, and being able to explain a lot of spiritual warfares and pray into a lot of spiritual warfare scenarios with people I'm in contact with. Now, I'm not just talking about one scenario, guys. There's multiple scenarios. I'd never talk about something like this with one scenario. Confirmation comes in at least threes. And I've definitely had more than three encounters where I've really been able to use my gift to speak life and clarity and strategic advice. That's nail on the head. It's strategic advice. That's wow. That's probably the best I've said it. I'll just give an example. A lot I don't want to talk about. A lot is really intense stuff that I'm not ready to talk about yet. Um, wow, so one example, which has been something really cool. So my life group from my church get together on Wednesdays, and there's been a guy, he's a new Christian, he's about my age, and I've been able to have really good one-on-one chats with him, just encouraging him about practical nitty-gritty stuff in the way that I do, and I think you might like this. And there was a woman in that life group that night where I had some prophetic encouragement. Um, Now, just with that, this is a bit of a deviation, but just with that encouragement, I'll explain what actually happened. So a lot, and not all of it, but a lot of what I share with people with God's heart, I've got to share this. I want to be open about it. It's a lot of it's my gifting, and I'll explain my gifting. So my gifting, I'll see where I've explained it in old videos, but I see what people are wearing spiritually and their internal posture. That's the only way I guess that's the best way I could describe it. And often when I speak prophetic encouragement, it comes from my gifting to see these things. And God does absolutely give us a lot of freedom within our gifting and our in what He's charged us with to I've got to be careful what I say because people would, without explaining it, maybe really make it something else. But yeah, God will use our flavor and our gifting to often bring something to someone, if that makes sense. That was a bit of a tangent. So he mentioned, he goes, this new Christian, and we with our chat at the end of the night where it was just me and him, and he goes, oh, when I know a little bit more and mature and all that, I can't remember his exact words, but hopefully I'll be able to prophesy like that. and, and work in the prophetic, or however he worded it. And I stopped him and I said, look, out of all the things I've told you tonight, please, if you take anything away, it's this. And I want to say something. That's rubbish. And the reason it's rubbish, I'll explain. I explained it better to him. I think I explained it really clear, so I'll try to redo it here over the video. But I explained to him, I spent a lot of my early Christian life comparing myself at great men and women of God, moving with God, and idolizing them. Absolutely idolizing them and looking at them like a child and going, oh, when I know more, when I've learnt more, when I've matured more, maybe God will use me like that. I just want to say, guys, the moment we think we've got stuff, the moment think we're qualified, the moment think I got this, it's actually a disqualification. In fact, I said to him, I'll do you one better. I said, you're actually more qualified to prophesy than me. He goes, oh, he's like listening. And I go, I'll explain it. I've had to unlearn what I think I know. And I found things that God's used me with profoundly has been out of me inside going, God, it's all you, it's nothing. It comes out of brokenness. It comes out of going, God, you are in control. You are all powerful. And you're the one who gives me this ability. You're the one who's speaking for me. That can help me. And I know I have faith and I have courage that you're going to give me something right now for this person. And quite often I'll get the smallest thing, and then off that God will just, and it's this flowing that happens. And I'm not saying it's the same for everyone. Some people hear audible voice, all of it. It really can depend on the individual. But I said to him, you're just as qualified, even more qualified, just because your heart's in the right place. You just trust God, and because I knew how important it was right then and there, set him straight. To say, hey, buddy, any of us in church or thinks we're more qualified and all that, we're kidding ourselves. It's the ones who are dependent on God. It's the ones who trust him, who walk as children before God, that actually don't have anything in the way, that are qualified by God. We actually disqualify ourselves when we think we've done it and we're good enough. Yes, very true. What else I want to add? Yeah, so that was just a little bit of a story of one of these many scenarios where things have really been able to step into more my role. It's been hard in a weird way, because I've been house sitting for someone, and as you can see, and it's been hard because I didn't realize, but one day I was just here for the whole day, and I was like, I just want to go to the supermarket to get out of the house, really. I really didn't need to go out and all that, and just kind of laying low financially and all that. And I realized, and I've forgotten what it's like and how intense it can be. Just like, I guess you could call it social anxiety. And just with that, I want to say something with you guys. The world will say, that's just in your head. It's just anxiety. It's just fear, which is definitely stuff that you can feel. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but the truth is, it's going to sound bonkers. I already think it's going to sound bonkers, but it's so true. Is I could feel when I left the house, because there's something that can happen to you. How do I explain it? when you feel weak, or you just feel weak. Well, that can mean a lot of things. You can be sleepy and feel weak. Often when I'm sleepy, I've had a bad sleep, I feel spiritually weak. I can feel edgy. I've explained in other videos, I can be very moody. And it's all things that can make you weak and feel weak. I don't mean, guys, hear me out. I don't mean weak where it's like, bang, you're just going to get smashed by a demon. No, you feel particularly vulnerable. And so I'm going out and I'm feeling like that. I'm like a bit shocked because I haven't felt that for so long, quite like that in that way, being in a van, because you're always around people and driving around and confronting things. I was like, oh man. Now, one thing I quickly realized is when you're weak, the enemy smells blood. And a lot of people tell you it's not real. It's not real that everyone's out to get you. But what you often pick up on in that scenario, what I pick up on, I know this sounds weird. I get it. But the truth is there are eyes on you. The truth is the enemy is looking at you and going, oh, we're going to get you. The truth is, enemy is looking for any opportunity to stir you up, break your footing. One of the ways the enemy breaks your footing is to make you angry. You're weak when you're angry. Everyone. Even demons. When they're angry, it means you rattled them. You disturbed them. And it doesn't happen to me as well when I put God's armor on. In Ephesians, it talks about the armor of God. Sorry, I got bad acid reflux. I didn't sleep a lot, woke up really early. So I think my body clock's... And I've been having a bit of bready stuff. Naughty boy. So yeah, now because of my sleeping, my acid reflux, I feel it. That's why I keep doing like weird burpee kind of things. Anyway. Yeah, so there's just been I've been really stepping into, just had a call not long ago, talking to a mate, and just, yeah, look, talking to him about scenarios. He's asked some advice, pretty full on scenarios. Another thing too, I mean, there's heaps of them for me, but a real big indicator something's, everything's spiritual. Oh, I'm waving the knife at you. Everything's spiritual. Just there's a mindset a lot of people have, and they pick and choose what's spiritual. And the spiritual and the physical, they're not really separate. So just try to stop seeing it that way, if you get what I mean. It's much less confusing. Seriously, guys. You'll be very confused if you walk around going, that's spiritual? That's not. No, it's all related. All related. You know, someone being angry is as much as a physical thing as a spiritual thing. Always. So stop doing that. Stop walking around and going, spiritual, not spiritual. That's God, that's not, you know. It is all intertwined. So there's, again, with the knife waving. So it's all related. Really try to get out of that mindset that tries to constantly battling to separate what's spiritual, what's not, what's an attack, what's not, you know. Don't get caught up in that. Realize that it is all spiritual. You know, there's spiritual things happening all the time. There's physical things and the spiritual. It's really not separate. This is coming from someone that sees a lot of this stuff, you know, in different ways. I totally forgot what I was about to talk about. Yeah, so going out and feeling anxious and vulnerable, and I find myself communicating, talking in ways I don't normally because I'm felt, or I just want it to be nice and unconfrontational. And I felt very vulnerable, you know. And the enemy smelled blood. The eyes. I get the eyes. The spirits in certain people, they'll just be like watching me. Oh, bro, I get massive massive stare downs by spirits. Oh, all the time. And sometimes it's really intense, man. I just stare back at them. It's like, hello. Honestly, I don't think that a lot of the people are consciously doing it. Much is like that when spirits are really running the show with a lot of people. Yeah, so there's a lot of other exciting stuff going on too, but yeah, some of it I just genuinely in the spirit of what I'm about and just being real, I'd be quite nervous to share at this stage. I wouldn't say scared, just nervous. Because I feel like some of the things God's been showing me is really big. It's really simple, but it's just, wow, I can't believe I never saw that. Which is something I've been able to share with people too, do certain perspectives and how certain things work. Just being able to, this new level that I've stepped into, just being able to really clearly explain and having the wisdom and knowledge to explain spiritual warfare and what people are going through practically. And our rights as children of God and all that. So I hope that encourages you guys. And like I've said in other videos, I hope a part of who I am, a part of what you might get out of these videos, this YouTube, or if you know me personally, is there's different types of jealousy, please understand. A type of jealousy where you'd be like, Boris talks about things I really want. And don't let it be a bitter jealousy. Let it be a jealousy where it's like you're longing, who's this God he's on about, you know? He seems very real to Boris. Boris seems very passionate about it. Why is that? You know? I hope it stirs that in a good way, not in a bitter, jealous way, but I can have that too, because I'm constantly trying to tell you guys, you can have what I have. It's going to be the flavor that God's made you for. It's going to be with your gifting and all that, you know. And it says in the Bible, God's put the desires in our heart, you know. There's desires that God's put in there that only God can put in there for starters, but only God can see. Only God can see our heart. That's true. How cool is that? And we all have dreams, desires, and all that God's stirring, and you know, and yeah, so it's really exciting stuff. What else? Hang in there. Thanks everyone that reaches out. What else? Yeah, so I've been good. I've been house sitting. Still been quite busy, but at times I feel, especially like today, it's so hot, I just want to be lazy. I was actually quite busy today in the morning. Just practically, you know, I'm going okay. Excited about a lot of stuff. I've got to calm down, relax. This stuff's really got me excited. Just seeing what the opportunities God's put me in and all that. And we only need to have the boldness to step into things. And that stepping in for you could just be ringing someone. And it's amazing what God does with the rest, you know. So, thanks guys. Big Borry out.